This is Ben Rogers. This is the Property Diary. This is Thursday the 10th of January. I am officially now white van man. Picked up the van today, so as you can see from my breath, it's somewhat cold in here. The heating doesn't work. This is an LDV Luton box van. It's bog basic, it's white, it's on a 51 plate, it's done 150 odd thousand miles, but this will do exactly what I want it to do. And what I want it to do is, as the Akhtar Khan route of ugly marketing, I want an ugly van parked all over the place, advertising well to do. You'll see it's completely basic inside. I'll show you around the outside of it in a minute as well, so you can see what it's like. Now, I bought this van actually from a friend. He's a mechanic. He does all the work on my other vehicles. He bought a van probably about a year ago and said that he wanted it for two specific jobs. One was to bring his daughter back from Wales, and one was to take a whole load of furniture down to his place down in Portugal. He did that last weekend. I told you I bought it at the start of this week, and I picked it up today. So the bottom line is, this van is hardly going to do any mileage at all. It's probably going to do about 10 miles a week, if that. I'm just going to move it from one spot to the next once a week, so it gets different visibility in different locations. The reason I bought it from a friend, John, is because I know its history. It's 10 years old, it's done 150,000 miles. It's only 15,000 miles a year. That's not that much for a van. It's probably got another 50,000 miles in it before it's going to die. At 10 miles a week, it's only going to do about 500 miles a year. It's not going to do much. Let's give you some of the maths behind this, because I bought this from John. I bought it for £1,200. I don't really know if that's a good price or not. I don't really care. The insurance and the tax, I think, was about 145 quid for the year. Or was it 245? I can't remember. The insurance, funny enough, a fully comp was cheaper than third-party fire and theft for some reason. Don't know why, but that was about 450 quid. And it's going to cost me about £500 to get it sign written. And I'll take you outside and show you around in a minute and tell you what I'm going to have done to it. So, 1,200, 400, it's cost just over £2,000 to get this done. But let's face it, I need one deal that'll make 10 times that amount of money, and it's well and truly paid for itself for the next, God knows how many years. You and I both know, and especially from what Akhtar has seen with his ugly vans, we know it's going to get a damn sight more than that. So that's kind of the background as to what it's cost me, what it's going to do. It's going to take probably a couple of weeks until I can get that done. I'll show you, once I've actually got it done, what it looks like. Would you believe it? It's actually started snowing outside. Anyway, let's show you around outside. Okay, so here's the outside of the van. You can see it's a long wheelbase LDV Luton box van. It's plain white. Now look at the side of those. Part of the reason for me interested in this van was that it's got plain sides, no damage to it. I can get signage on the side, I can get signage on the side of the doors, even on the bonnet. It'll certainly go on the top up there as well. If I just scoot round here, you'll see the side of that as well. So nice simple lines. I can get information up on the top there, I can get information all over the side, and I can even get stuff on the back as well. Now that's luminous stuff at the moment, but that'll be coming off. So what am I going to do with this? If I just pan back again so you can see it. Now the side of that van is going to have "We Buy Houses" all over it. In the centre of it, it's going to have my text code, and at the bottom it's going to have a telephone number. Kind of on the side up there, I'm actually going to have my website address. The stuff that I'm going to have on the side of it, apart from the website address and apart from the stuff that I'll put up on the just above the cab there, will all be in reflective, as will the stuff that will be on the back of the van as well, which again will say, "We buy houses, any price, any area, etc." Now the reason for having it reflective is so that even at night time, when I've got it parked up in places, people can see it. Okay, so the point behind all of this is just to, again, get people seeing what we do, getting them kind of a call to action on the side of the van, which says something like, text this number today with house and we'll come back to you. I don't know how it's going to work. I've got a pretty good idea how it's going to work because I've had good conversations with Actor. We've all seen this video, and I'll probably put a link on the bottom just down here so you can go and see what he's done and learn from him how he's been doing it. But no doubt you'll be seeing me moving it around from week to week. Now, what I'm going to do in the moving it around, I'm actually going to do it myself. Now, you might think that's a bit bizarre, but on a weekend, I will normally go out for either a run or a cycle. Well, guess what? I'm going to link up my weekend exercise with moving the van. I shall cycle to the van, put the bike in the back of the van, move the van to a new location, and then I'll be able to cycle back home again. So it's actually not going to impact me, and it will make sure that I go and do my exercise as well. And if it's a bit more local to home, for example, I should probably just run to it, move it, and run back home again. So there you go, this is the van. In a couple of weeks' time you'll see that all liveried up in bright yellow with black and red writing on it, and as weeks go on you'll probably see the locations I put it in and why I've chosen those locations. So that's Ben, it's Thursday the 10th of January, I shall speak to you tomorrow, take care.